Hi. Wait, is anyone here? Hi, guys. I just saw you pop up. I um just have to watch this I just wanted to watch it. Hello, hello. Hi, guys. Uh Hi, you guys. Welcome. I just have to watch this with you because I'm excited. Where did my little bell go? Oh, here it is. Hi, hello, everyone. I'm just making a quick post to put on. Hi, you guys. I don't know how to read the comments, so if there are any comments, love you. I can't see them. Hi! I saw a comment. Yes, yes, I know it. Awesome. Oh, Amy, hello. Oh, yay. Hi. Hi, you guys. I, um, hi. I'm so glad you're here. This is really last minute, and I just decided that I wanted to watch it with you guys instead of, well, I've been watching Diddy all morning, but now I one of our friends has kept me in the loop all morning. Okay. Where are you? Hi. Are you down there? Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you're here. How fun. I think this might be like my second live. And so, oh, so I'm just learning how to do it all. Oh, I should add I don't know how to. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm so excited that you're here. Oh, I forgot my water. I might have to go grab it. I'm just making a post really quick because this was a little last minute. Oh, hello. Welcome, everyone.
Please be seated. Court is in session.
All right, so I'll see you at sidebar so we don't do this part in open court. Jim, can I have that question, please? Thank you. All right, so as council knows, we received a question from the jurors. If we find not guilty on 2 charges but can't agree on 1 charge, is it a hung jury on all 3 charges or just 1 charge? I got some input from the defense at sidebar, essentially saying if we could just ignore it. We can't ignore it. To me, it's a theoretical question, and we don't answer theoretical questions. I tell the jurors that they're not to be concerned with the consequences of their verdict, and that's exactly what they're doing here. So I would propose just writing simply, this is not a question I can answer on this, and sending it back.
The defense position is not, certainly not for it. I agree, we can't ignore your question. However, I think that it is apropos, given the timing of when that question came in, literally before the court had answered the other 3 note card questions. I think that it would be appropriate to send a quick note just asking them, given the fact that there's some clarity in your other questions, does this answer your question? In other words, can you proceed without any further input by the court regarding that second question?
So that made sense initially, but why ask them, do I really need to answer it, to then tell them I'm not answering it?
Because I think at some point, they need to know what the law is. It's a reporting question. In other words, I don't see it as theoretical, as the court indicated. I see it a little bit differently, which is what are our options? And the options are built in the law, not in theory. If they come back with a verdict on more than 1 count, but they're hung on a separate count, they are to report those 2 counts, whatever counts they came to a verdict on.
So that's for a later time, right? So this is at this point.
Right.
It's premature, it's hypothetical, it's theoretical. I understand your point. I think I disagree with you at this point. It may be something later. The way the question's worded, if I find this, if we do this. I'll hear from the Commonwealth.
We agree it's consequence related. Your first suggestion, I think, is most appropriate, and we would endorse that.
Yeah, I'm going to do that at this time, Mr. Jackson. I'm not going to have a back and forth with them. I'm simply going to say, because it's true, it's the law, that this is not a question I can answer.
I would strongly suggest that we find some other way. If that question continues to remain, then they're not going to ask that question. I don't think the court can say, or should say, I can't answer the question, because the court can answer that question. The court absolutely can answer it. I would simply say, this question is not before the court without further information, or something like that. Not the court can't answer that question, because if that question remains in their minds, we're going to end up in the exact same position that we were in last year.
There are other steps that can be taken to perhaps prevent that.
Whatever those steps are, I think the first step down the wrong path is to say, throw our hands up and say, well, we can't answer that question. Well, we know we can answer it.
So I don't know if I want to put you in an uncomfortable position, Mr. Yannetti. I'm inclined to answer the question the way I stated.
Could we have 2 minutes to confer with counsel, John?
1 minute.
How about 1 minute? You guys are 10 minutes late.
We just need 1 minute. Thank you.
No.
Your Honor, just with a very slight tweak with the court's language, I don't have a principled objection to the court's language that we not answer the question at this time. I would simply ask that the court answer the question as you suggested just now in open court. It's premature to address this question at this time.
No, what do you say, Mr. Brennan? My response was, this is not a question I can answer for the reasons I stated. It's theoretical, and we tell jurors that they cannot be concerned with the consequences of their verdict, and that's exactly what you would be asking me to endorse. What's the Commonwealth's position on the proposed?
I agree with your first suggestion.
I'm going to send it in like this. Your objection's noted.
Your Honor, if I could make my record a little bit clearer, the court's indicating that it doesn't answer questions about the consequences of the juror's verdict. That would be punishment. Of course, you can't answer a question like that. This is not the consequences of the verdict. It's how do they report a verdict. So I think saying I can't answer this is sending a false message to the jury. If the court would simply indicate this is not appropriate for me to address at this time, that assuages all concerns. Certainly assuages our concerns and it protects this reader's rights. I think that.
Well, I think what I could add is this is a theoretical question, not a question I can answer. That does the same thing. Is there an objection? I understand, Mr. Jackson.
Add the clause at this time.
Is there an objection to me putting this is a theoretical question, not a question I can answer?
No objection.
I wouldn't allow the court to finish writing, but at this point, that is over our objection. I don't.
I understand.
I just want to make sure the record is absolutely clear. That's over our objection. I don't think that's an appropriate answer to a very, very clear question that could be answered in an innocuous way that does not affect Ms. Reed's rights. I
Okay.
think this way it does.
Okay, it was a clear question that the defense first told me to ignore. So,
I didn't
Is
tell
that-
you to ignore anything, Your Honor.
all right, we are all set. So let's send this in, please.
All rise.
She's infuriating. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Oh. Welcome, welcome. Hello. It is. I agree, Sonny. This is criminal, but okay, that's okay. I just want to hold the truth but it is infuriating. This is how was the rest of the trial? Was it just like this? Oh, while we're waiting, I want to show you guys the spreadsheet that I made that has all of the trials, well, most of them that we've done that have ritual, whether it's satanic or whatever they call it, markers in it that can be like the date, the moon, the planet, orientation, and the people. I'll find it I agree. I'll find it while we're sitting here waiting. Actually, I'm going to unmute YouTube in case. We might be here for a few hours. I was not planning on doing this today. So thanks for joining me, you guys. While we're waiting, I'm going to, I know. Did I ever tell you guys about the reading I did with her higher self? She was born as a sacrifice. It was like some kind of order. I want to say it was like Daughters of Sacrifice. Her dad is also an asshole or a jerk. And they had her to sacrifice her. I should show you guys all that. Maybe while we're sitting here, apparently we'll be waiting. So I will start. I'm going to look for their spreadsheet that I made. And then we'll go into the website of all the work we've been doing on the back end. What is it called? Okay, symbolic case grid. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm going to share this screen with you guys. And if this is more than you feel like looking at because you're at work or whatever, we can go through it again. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So this is the spreadsheet that I made. And I know you didn't come to watch this. I just wanted to show it to you guys. So this is, we have our cases over here on the left, and then the date and the crown. Oh, I should show you where this came from. So for Idaho 4, the rite of the twins, it's a symbolic ritual. I want to say it's satanic. It has to be. But I found it when I was looking for the Lori Daybell stuff. And so when I was putting it together that the Lori Daybell stuff was a satanic ritual, I found the it's called the Rite of the Twins symbolic ritual. So the crown offering is the primary. So the crown, that's like, if you hold the crown, you are the emperor, you're the king. Primary sacrifice. Okay, this might be a little dark side, but we don't have to go through it. I'd rather show you guys the website that I made for all the energy work that we did. If anyone does want this, I'll probably just do a separate video of it because it's super dark. But all of our cases that we've done together all coincide with satanic sacrifices. I am going to pull up the energy website. I'm going to put back the not guilty. So while you're here, I made a website because I needed somewhere to put it all. So if you're at work, you can just listen. I'm going to explain I called it the red thread probably. And well, it's under an umbrella called Operation Black Echo that has all of our cases in it. And I'm going to share this one with you because that spreadsheet's pretty dark side. Oop. Okay. So this is the website that I created for, it's called the Canton Psychic Investigation. And it has like basically everyone that we met, all the souls that we needed to honor, the grid work that we've done. I wish I had a date on here to see how long this work's been going on. I don't see a page. So you get here's like the historical overview of Canton. If you live in New England, I saw someone in the comments is from Salem. Do you have a link to the website? Yeah. I will grab it for you right now, Miss Sue. Copy link. Okay. Here, if you see, it hasn't been proofread or any, I've never even proofread it. The link is in the comments. And if you want to follow along with me, or if you have questions about it, let me know. I've never proofread it or double checked it. I just needed some place to add all of the work that we'd been doing. So the link is in the bio or in the comment section, but this is just kind of an overview of Canton. Some names that you might recognize: Winthrop, Paul Revere. Oh, after doing some research on Paul Revere, he didn't, the whole story we've all learned about Paul Revere warning everyone on his horse. Well, it wasn't him. It was a woman that did that. But Paul Revere had money. He had inherited wealth. And they wanted to get the copper mill in Canton instead of in Boston. So they gave him the credit and put him on the board. Sounds about right. Okay. And then these are just notable figures. This is from I want to give them credit. It's the Canton, what is that little website's name? They have great resources for history. For Canton Airport, there was a mysterious question that I found. I don't know if it was in ours or not, but asking about Brian Albert in an F-150 meeting someone at the Canton Airport. And that's a ritual line. It's a portal grid. And whoever left the comment asked me to write a FOIA request. Oh, anytime. Thank you. And if you're one of those high attention to detail, or you're just reading it and notice anything, let me know and I'll update it right now too, so it'll stay up to date. I can't remember the name of the Canton website that I was going to quote, but I have their links in here, so we'll find it. And then this is just kind of an overview, the industrial milestones. The Revere Copper Mill, 1801. So that's how they gave them the credit for the ride to wasn't he saying like the British are coming, the British are coming? Well, he also started a copper mill in Canton in 1801. Then the viaduct, this one holds a lot of souls, and we'll get to it. 1834, it was actually very far ahead of their time. Here's the Freemasons, the Blue Hill Masonic Lodge. I know there's a little restaurant right by the Blue Hills. If anyone's down there, or the next time you go, if you know what I'm talking about, there's a picture of it in the newspaper somewhere. If you can take a picture of those Masonic hills, there's something in those hills. I just don't know what it is. And then this is just regular yada, yada, yada. So that's like just an overview. Here's the triangular grid map. So I've been plugging these in. Oh, I couldn't put it on here. I've been plugging the triangle, like the Canton triangle. Yes, I love that. Thank you. Not guilty, not guilty. The Canton triangle. I've been calling it that because everything for the mat, if you're new, welcome. If you're coming back, you know the story. The black magic that has been in place in Canton for at least 400 years was inverted. So the clock goes this way, and so all the black magic was done this way. So in order to unbind all of these locations, that's what we did. This has been a months-long project, a daily project, months long. I couldn't put the map in here, but I'm going to find it right now. So this is the triangular grid map. There are 3 anchoring points: the courthouse, and for anyone waiting to watch the verdict, I have it on in the background, and the sound is not muted, so we'll hear them as soon as they get back. So we have the courthouse. That's where justice has been distorted and the narratives were controlled. The parlor. So if anyone's down there and knows about, it's called the DAR, Daughters of the Republic. They had a women's club, and they called it the parlor, or the spirits that I met called it the parlor. And it was a ritual front for like social refinement, but it was really spiritual imprisonment and entrapment. And then the viaduct. So the viaduct is a huge point of sacrifices, but there's also a garden ritual spot. I think I called it the well, or I did, because there's a well. And I've posted a picture of how to find it in the past. We can do that. I just wanted to go through some of this stuff with you. So this is the direction that we went. We went from the courthouse south to the parlor and then back north to the burial sites. That's so courthouse to the DAR to the viaduct to the well. That's the triangle. And I'll find the map for you. What happens when it's mapped? The grid lights up at 3 points. That's the narrative, the lineage, and the burials. And they began to sync, releasing the stored trauma codes. So we're all stuck in a mimicry loop right now. So anything that you can do to break your own schedule, like if you know, make sure you trust this. Oh, thank you. You know what? Actually, great point. I'm going to hide that now that you got it. Thank you for the comment or the email. I just hit it. Good point. Oh, and if anyone wants to run defense for the psychopaths, I tried checking. It says you need to be approved. Okay, just a second. Manifesting with hippies. I will approve you right now. Oh, that's good to know. Oh, good. I haven't published it public yet. I will find where it says to add you. If you're the one who just sent me an email, I'll just grab your email address from there. I can't just do it by your name. So just 1 second. One of our friends just sent me an email that said, there was a guest on Melanie Little who parked next to Hank yesterday, and he told everyone that Hank sprays the bald spot on the back of his head. I don't know why I think that's hilarious. I did just get an email from one of our friends. Manifest, I think you must, oh, Sue. Sue, can you shoot me an email with the email address you're trying to do? I'll put it in the comments, and I'll just approve you through the email because I can't just do it through your name. If you just shoot me that, then I'll do it. Okay, so let's get to the good stuff. This is all boring. This was the binding phrase that I said aloud at each point. Oh, so this is all done with the third eye, like remote viewing. By thread, by name, by witness seen, we rewrite the record. We clear the screen. This triangle holds once was wronged. Now the light is here. Truth is strong. Okay. Then this is the town seal because I'm trying to find lot 1125. That's where the original lying and manipulation started. Okay. Box 1981 was a really fragile time in history. The Saturn was in a location, and if anyone knows more about the planets, jump in. Saturn was in a location that binding spells could be put in place. 40 years later, we slipped in, and Saturn was in the exact same location, and we were able to reverse all of the spells. And Judge Kavanaugh, this is Sacco and Vanzetti. Okay, so these are the puppet masters. It's called Box 1981 because it's an energetic confinement. It's like what they were writing in that was lying, like children without birth certificates and stuff, which wasn't as uncommon. Well, it's not uncommon now, but it wasn't that uncommon, but they were children with no names. These were the spellcasters. So Dr. Doran, if anyone here is related to Dr. Doran, no shade. That's just who came up in these channeled messages. He was a frequency technician. He described using hypnosis, pharmaceuticals, and correctional harmonic tones to embed trauma. Oh, that's MK Ultra, just by the description. Judge Kavanaugh. I am pretty sure Kavanaugh was the judge in Sacco and Vanzetti. He was a high-ranking jurist and a Saturn initiate. He's known for strict rulings, child custody removals, and order above all philosophy. He reportedly presided over experimental rulings from 80 to 83. His Saturn initiate designation suggested a potential understanding and application of Saturn's frequency in the ceilings. So he was a witch. He understood witchcraft. That doesn't necessarily mean black magic, but in this context it does. And then Clerk C.A. Harper, custodial agent, record manipulator tied to the infants. He was responsible for rerouting bodies through evidence rooms and manipulating records. So that's not uplifting, but those were the three specific individuals known for who were responsible for casting the spells. The sources indicate that the various figures who emerged around the 1981 timeline played roles as amplifiers or dampeners for MK Ultra frequency grid, even if they were not consciously participating. That handwriting right there, this is from Al. That's my AI chatbot. So if you have any other problems, let me know. I'm going to delete my email address just so that way it, okay. So Al and Notebook LM help me when I do research. So these figures include I want to say what is it called? The spellcasters, but these are the puppet masters. Included judges, legal assistants, public defenders, and court officers. In my experience with women my mom was an admin, and she's very anal and makes sure everything she does is correct. And I'm guessing all these court reporters do too, which means they're getting the wrong information to input. Their roles within the legal system have inadvertently supported or hindered the intended effects of the 1981 containment. So any of the children or families that entered the court system around 1981, their entry points and actions are considered significant. So I was going through the list, which are doctored, of people who entered the court system between 1978 and 1981, and that it's not right. They're deliberate exclusions. So the hidden hands. There's also a tunnel underneath the ground to the high school from the courthouse, the Canton High School. Even though it's in Dedham, I don't know. I need to pull up that map. And they've just done a remodel on that high school, so I don't know if it's still there. That wasn't really the part I was looking for. I'm just going to look for the Google map maybe this is it. That would be awesome. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're doing an inadvertent live because I wanted to watch this with you guys. And I know. Oh, there's the one that I found for Maura Murray. We should go into that. Do you guys want to do a reading while we're waiting? I'm looking for the map. Okay. This is, Tom's Conley. This name, Auntie Bev, the beach house, that's not a beach house. It's like maybe a house in a neighborhood near a beach. Conley, his name is still on the deed. Bev is not on the deed. So there's something with that family, especially with the airport, that allegedly, I have no idea, Brian Albert was seen meeting someone, like a cop probably, at the old Canton airport in an abandoned thing. I can show you that comment because, of course, I screenshot it just in case it got deleted. I don't want to do any readings on anything, though, really around Canton right now. It just doesn't feel right. All right, let's just get to the fun stuff. Let's find, these are the keepers of the court, like Auntie Bev. Nick Balance. Has anyone ever figured out why Nick Balance is involved in 3 huge cases that are, to me, ritualistic killings or we can call it whatever you want, but it's weird that he's there. These are the perps. I don't really care about that. Let's talk to the soul, or let's find the souls. Here's a map I created that has basically, why are Jennifer and Brian Albert's names on a deed? Tea time. I have no idea. All right. So let's go to the viaduct. I just want to meet the souls of this viaduct. That's the fun part. Oh, you know what else I want to show you guys? So this is just the story. There's a really hot kid. He was the cornerstone. They buried him in there. All right. What happened to the corrupt judge? Are you asking about the Sacco and Vanzetti one? Well, I actually have something I can show you about that. I made a grid or a picture of each trial next to each other. So it's Sacco and let's do this. I'll show it to you guys. This is an impromptu live. So if you're here, hi, welcome. I just wanted to watch this with you guys live. Where is the Sacco and maybe if someone has more information on the Sacco and Vanzetti trial, it's infuriating. It's just like this. And it got worldwide attention, except this is the time we are switching our mimicry. Oh, so if there's anything that you're supposed to be doing, like in the mornings journaling and praying, and you just keep putting it off, do it for the rest of humanity. I'm going to show you guys the Sacco and Vanzetti stuff. I just have started collecting a bunch of it. If anyone knows more about it or wants to show that, I'm just going to share this with you. Sacco and Vanzetti, because it's disgustingly similar. So there was a gun found. There's our courthouse. This is, I think, the tree that this right here. Oh, he's a good guy. This is the defense attorney, Fred Moore. We love him. He wrote a book, actually. This is, I want to say Italy. Oh, London. Here, I'll blow this up a little bit for you guys. So they had worldwide protests against these two very innocent, very clearly innocent. It's almost as obvious as ours. Here they are. You know who this is? I think this is Vanzetti. I think he's here to finish his karmic loop because now he's defending the innocent. So Vanzetti, Yannetti, they're from pretty much the same time. I got that in a reading one time that this is his karmic cycle. He doesn't know that. And okay, this is them. This is Vanzetti, Yannetti. He's here to finish his karmic loop. These are protests in Italy. Okay, these are the Grant, Stratton, and Lowell. These are the guys who, they would be like the Bev. Look how smug he is. And I don't know who that guy is. Oh, that's the Massachusetts governor. Alvin Fuller. Oh, he must have been involved if I have him in here. These are just pictures I was collecting. Carrying the coffins of Sacco and Vanzetti out of the funeral parlor in Boston. The two Italians were put to death. Very similar, not from the town, just like someone else. And these two Italians were put to death to the dismay of the entire world on the electric chair for a robbery they didn't commit. Oh, so that's them getting buried. Thousands of people came. Everyone would look at all the people. Where was, oh, this is in Boston. It's infuriating. This is a rock right in front of the courthouse now. Where is my, that rock? It's just sad. Oh, no, it's this rock right here. Oh, no, Brain Street. Okay. Oh, here it is. Here's our courthouse with the rock, remembering the innocent. But that's why we're here. We've been working for months on this. Okay, then this is, that's, all right. So that's our Sacco and Vanzetti. What I wanted to show you guys, though, we'll go back to the website. Hi, Kate. I was driving. Can I get your email? Yeah, of course. Reading would be a great idea. Of course, I would love it. If anyone wants to follow along and you're not a complete psychopath, I'd love to have you. And if anyone wants to run defense, if there are any crazies in here, please do. And I probably have already made you a admin. What happened to the corrupt judge? Leslie, oh wait, no, Terry, are you asking me about Vanzetti and Yannetti and Sacco and Vanzetti? Nothing happened. It's a complete joke. But this time, it's a, we're in a karma. Oh, I need to put you guys back on. So we're going to stop that and share the other screen so we can do the fun stuff. All right. Okay, so we're back to our website. This is when it started. Mother Brook. There was a diversion in 1639. So this is like a diversion. This is the earliest man-made canal in the U.S. It was symbolic of diverting divine justice. It was the first symbolic energy hijack. So oh shoot, someone down there, whatever the name of the river is, the source of hydraulic power for nearby mills. It was the feminine current was exploited. Water. What do we know about water? Water holds our emotions. Water holds memory. And it's womb wisdom. So the aqueducts and the canals sealed are both water and truth are sealed. The ritual sites and the entry points, the cornerstone box. Oh, we totally fucked with their cornerstone box. So this is the public cornerstone box, nice and cute, yada, yada. There was a secret one. I want to say like, this is a fake back right here. And there's a secret box in there. And inside the secret box, so it was hidden beneath the east wing. It had a broken ring that was inscribed to silence the daughters, 1834. Adeline Sophia Thorne sealed the scroll under distress. This Thorne becomes really important. Oh, she's the cousin to Elnora. There was a flower from Elora's final letter. This was in 1834, but we opened the box because it was sealed in black magic, but it's also it's keeping everything in a loop. So the well near the courthouse, this is the children of the well. It was used for oath binding, sacrifice, and we recently unsealed it so that the spirits or souls that were there could return or stay. All right, in the viaduct, we found a hollow chamber, and this is where it's an energetic clearing. Oh, so it needed an energetic clearing, but it's hollow. So the space resonated with the need for like it needed to be cleared. It was like the false basement in the courthouse, which held secrets and trapped souls. Hollow Chamber 13 contains imprints of suppressed energies or hidden narratives waiting to come to light. The energetic clearing restored the balance and the harmony. Okay, this chamber is the hollow of truth, is now poised. We cleared it. The west side of the viaduct, nighttime access. Oh, okay. The viaduct, potentially part of the underground system. Anyone down there? Part of our tunnel system, perhaps. Oh, anytime, Miss Sue. And I'm going to delete it now because unless there are other people. Okay, so back to our viaduct, the west side of the viaduct. If anyone knows, I think that the viaduct underground is connected to our tunnels that perhaps we know run through Main Street. It's a portal for receiving direct intuitive wisdom, especially in the nighttime. Okay, this is all just there's a river bend. We found that's where a lot of people were offered. Rivers are cleansing. The southeastern edge, aligned with the old mill wheel, was a ritual containment loop point. I'll show you the map. This is kind of the like boring part, but this was how I had to orient myself to figure out what we were looking at. Okay. So here's the courthouse. This must be the viaduct down here. Oh, this is how I was doing it. Okay. I made a deck of cards. Let's find the people. That's the fun part. Unless anyone's interested in this. Let's find the people. Oh, this is how we were doing it. So we started at the courthouse and then we did it clockwise because they set all these spells backwards. So that's how we released it. I think it was like a ritual of like 9 or something. I did a water ceremony. There was lots of magic in this. And we got messages that the truth was not lost. It's just waiting to be remembered. Here's some, it's called True Tales from Canton. The Canton Citizen. That's where a lot of the information is. And Secrets of the Viaduct, yada, yada. Let's go meet some of our friends while we're all together. The Power of Magic, Setting Sacred Space. Oh, now I feel like it's, who's in here? Maybe we should do this members only for the, no problem. Miss Sue, thank you. And the handler cord. Who's the handler? Severing the handler. This is probably for Jennifer. We did a lot of work with Jennifer's higher past. Jennifer's just the script holder, though. These were channeled messages. This is kind of fun. The 1981 box isn't just a file. It's a karmic vault, a frequency lock meant to hold down the truth that would expose the integration of MKUltra, legal reprogramming, and media manipulation. From 1978 to 1981 holds the containment dates, during which a deliberate attempt was made to seal off the records, hiding key players and evidence from the public. The hidden names. The missing names between 78 and 81 are significant. This gap isn't just a bureaucratic oversight. It's a ritualized exclusion that needs to be uncovered. The names encoded in the courthouse are the lineages of covert state control, and one of these names resonates with the courthouse itself. Ancestral implants and MKUltra evolution. So the name MKUltra is kind of more newish. They probably didn't call it that. And if you've been in MKUltra, you definitely didn't call it that. They might have called it church. MKUltra didn't just end. It just evolved with time. It became an intergenerational, because it started in America. You know Dr. Death in the World War II? He was the twins. I don't even like saying his name. Dr. Mendeloff. He invented it. If that gives you an idea. And because of Operation Paperclip, we brought it right over here. So it became intergenerational by the 80s because it got here in the 50s. By then, the next generation. Trauma and compliance codes were embedded into family lines through social service. This was usually like what Ryan Reynolds did to his daughter when he did the humiliation ritual. It's like stuff like that. Medical trials. Yeah, there are a lot of medical trials and educational interventions. One of the boys we met was taken away from his family and unalived for something. So the key players were the judges. We knew this. Okay, John. Oh, John had a note. Oh, we channeled Allie. Okay, John. The box opens with truth spoken in her own voice. She already has the key. It's in her spine. Oh, that was for me because I must have been feeling like I don't really want to do this. It was a profound message. So we did Let's meet the souls at the courthouse. Here are the brief bios. Eleanor Thorne. She's a former clerk at the courthouse who recognized wrongdoing and filed cases and was silenced and buried for refusing to alter the docket. She was our key. We met her pretty quickly, and she was the one who could unlock all the other stuff because we're working in energy. Her real name was concealed in court records. Shocker. And then we had Eliza. So this is at the courthouse. I might have gone over this. Eliza, Lillian, and Edwina. Possibility of a spirit sealed beneath the stones. Oh, they were buried together. Okay. I couldn't find this guy's name. Justice Unseen. And then we had Silas, was a gender neutral soul, late teens, early 20s. Oh, he was the one that he was placed in the attic in the rafters of the courthouse to observe and act as a seal against uncovering secrets. This is all black magic. They were used in MK Ultra remote empathy testing, but rebelled due to their conscience and now wish to become guardians of the record. So MK Ultra did a lot of remote viewing. Stargate, I can't remember the name of that operation, probably Operation Stargate, I'm guessing. And they would try to remote view. It's kind of like right now, actually. We've covered it though. The empathy to change people's minds and feelings. In the courthouse, it was built on sacred soil, but turned into a place of punishment. It hid the truth and held names in its bones. It's been waiting to be heard. It desires to be sealed in gold to hold the frequency of truth. And what she said was, I was built on sacred soil. I was meant to be a place of restoration, not punishment. They brought in the pain and I had no choice. I hid the truth. I held the names in my bones and I kept the story safe until someone else could hear them. This is kind of sad to go back through. This is all very different now. These are all the people that were buried there. The souls under the tree. I have gone over this with you guys. Should we wait until this is live again? Or do you guys want me to keep going through this stuff with you? What do you guys think? Because if you want me to just be on in the background, I can keep doing it. Or I can work on, what else was I working on? I had other stuff that I was doing. It's really up to you guys, whatever you think. I'll just keep going. And then if we want, these are kind of sad though. I'll show you. So there's a room. It's in the courthouse. We cleared it. It was called 202B, and cops that weren't following the script were there. There were quotes from there. One of them was from John. They put her under the water. You have to walk the line of the flow. Oh, this was when we were figuring out that the water flow was wrong. They've changed the direction of the water from the viaduct. You have to walk the line of the flow, not the road. The map they gave is upside down. So that's called inverted. And then some of the other quotes I thought were meaningful were like, speak for all of those whose voices you stole. You may be transmuted to the light after you speak, so be brave. This was when we were opening these sealed containment sections that had trapped souls. The sunlight must shine on the roots, those who have remained untouchable. Oh, that's a good one. Show us where the darkness lies, where the energy is tied, so we can free you. Oh. We reclaim the original purpose of these tunnels. Oh, we did go through the tunnel system. Good. That makes me happy. We cleared the tunnels. Freedom, sanctuary, and resistance. Thank you for your patience, House. Oh, this must be 34 Fairview. Thank you for your patience, House. You are now free to shine as you are always meant to. You said your contract could not be cleared unless someone came and saw you. I am here. This is part of having a witness. When you do like remote healing or, I don't know, quantum healing, the universe does all the work. You're just the witness. And for some of the readings before they could go public, one of our friends I needed a witness Thank you for your patience. Oh, okay, we just saw that one. Okay. Then we did, maybe I should show you guys the Auntie Bev. I did Auntie Bev and Jennifer's. Oh, this was cutting the soul contracts between when things get enmeshed. In the old, well, not olden days, I was taught to cut cords. We don't really cut them though. We dissolve them. But John and Karen were tied together. And so we did an unbinding ritual for them so they could both have their own paths. I did Allie. I want to find Jennifer McCabe's channeling. We talked to her higher self a lot. Here are all the documents. So we have properties, background checks, pictures, timelines, channeled messages, strategic reports, the Freemasons, Karen Reed case transcripts. Bedro thinks there will be a verdict after lunch. Oh, yes. Awesome. All right, let's keep it. Let's stay them. Okay. If there's anything that you guys want, just let me know. But I want to show you guys this is the website. And, oh, wait. Miss Sue, are you not in here? Can view, of course. Oh, you're in. Sorry about that, Miss Sue. I just saw your request. You're in. Okay. These are the document hubs. This is the document hub. So we have Sacco and Vanzetti, MK Ultra, Karen Reed case transcripts, the Freemasons, strategic reports, channeled messages, timelines, and pictures. Meet the souls. Let's do this. This sounds like the most fun. Oh, there's a memory book. If someone finds it, tell her I remember. Oh. This is a book of all the souls that we witnessed, that we released. But I really want to find, which I love, I really want to find did I do a higher self thing for Auntie Bev? I know I did. I'm going to find the Auntie Bev one. It feels right to show you guys right now. I'm just looking for the one I did on Auntie Bev. Her channel was dark. Her dad's a dick. Okay. Chamber 7. Oh, this is the ring that someone had on. One of these little girls was sold like a piece of property, which isn't that different than nowadays. They're still doing the same stuff, but they call it like a marriage stuff. Thanks a bunch. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. No problem at all. Thank you, Miss Sue. Okay, this snake, if anyone recognizes this symbol, this is just how AI created it for me based on what I was explaining. There's something really meaningful in this snake. There's 3 snake heads, and it's almost like a Masonic ring that the men that were involved in this were in. Okay, if something happens to me, remember this. The viaduct has 21 chambers, but only one holds the key. We found that. These are all the children. I want to find the Auntie Bev higher self one because I feel like that would be a good time to do this right now. Maybe I'll share. Perfect. Awesome. I'm going to put the trial stuff back on while I look for the Auntie Bev channeling. That was pretty intense. Okay, what was it? Oh, I'm looking for the Auntie Bev higher self channel. The black and white snakes look like yin and yang. The 3 is a trilogy. I know, but it's a black magic symbol. That's the thing. So this little girl, one of the little girls that we met, Oh, oh, her name. So this is a Laura Thorne. She's the key. I'll reshare that with you guys. She's the key that we met first to help us unlock the rest of the energy so we could follow it in a grid. I didn't know that that's what it was going to be. And one of the men that kidnapped her, Alora, was taken to this chamber. So she, in 1925, what was happening? Oh, that was the Sacco and Vanzetti thing. She was the clerk at the court, and they wanted her to change one of the papers, and she wouldn't do it. She was taken to the chamber of the viaduct. This is what's inside, what was inside the secret box, memory box or whatever that the Masons snuck in. There was a Saturn Lodge coin. The number 18 was on something in here. It's like perhaps the Masonic Lodge down there is number 18. There was a sealed ink bottle that represented silencing the clerks and the truth tellers. The Saturn Lodge coin, sign of ritual control and planetary binding. There was a damp black ribbon. That was a morning spell, like good morning. That's a play in words. A scroll with redacted names, erased from the probate court, the land transfer, and public history. Oh, Monarch programming is a baby of MK Ultra. There was an integration phrase called the Monarch line seal. I wonder if one of the ley lines down there is called the Monarch line, or if this is in reference to the Monarch program. Insignia, the triangle with 3 entwined snakes. There was a white snake with no eyes. The truth must not be seen. A silver snake was distraction and division, and the black snake was suppression of memory. So this is how AI built that for me. Anyway, it was on a ring of one of the little girls that got abducted, that her soul is the one that we met. And so, okay, let me look at the World Wide Web. Yes, thank you. Oh, I understood what you meant. No problem. I got what you meant. That was no problem. So yeah, if you want to look, that would be awesome to look at the World Wide Web. And so we released those guys. What else could I show you guys? I want to find the Auntie Bev Higher Self channel. I just don't know if I put it on the website, because now that I know that people can't get to it if they aren't invited, that's good, because this is really sacred. But for some reason, the Auntie Bev stuff is coming up, so I might not have put it on here. Oh, Keepers of the Court. Oh, Beverly. Here she is. All right, maybe this will help us be nice about Auntie Bev. This is the fake beach house. This is not a beach house. This is what they call the beach house. This is actually a ritual location. So Beverly Canoni Prescott's lineage. This is Auntie Bev's fake beach house. The Conleys are the beneficiaries of the bloodline. Oh, that was nice of me to put Auntie Bev. I should put a picture. I do have her high school picture. I will put up Auntie Bev's high school picture. She looks gorgeous. Well, as gorgeous as she can. Bev. I'll put her high school picture in there instead of her wearing sunglasses. Just seems a lot nicer. Of course, it's not right there. All right, we'll do that later. Okay, Birdie. So if you don't know, this is like when, you put on a brave face for the front, but what they call it in this is the altar. Birdie is the name of Bev's altar. So Birdie was the one that I talked to. I tried to talk with her higher self, but her higher self wasn't ready. So Birdie was her altar, the MK Ultra lineage. Auntie Bev is the daughter of John Prescott, not Conley. Beverly Canoni's lineage, bloodline beneficiaries. This is like the paperwork that I got for Auntie Bev. Here's her background check. She owns a house at 52 Harbor Hills in Centerville. here is the Conley investigation. What did I do with this? Oh, this is the spreadsheet. This is just figuring out all of the people involved in these names because it's just a lot. Okay. Then these are her, she has a daughter and other people related to them. And the Conley Canoni connections. John Prescott, this is her dad. He was a county prosecutor in the early 70s. He later ran the Boston office for the Massachusetts Defenders Committee. Sounds about right. Like all of the celebrities that have anti-child trafficking things. Deeply embedded in both the prosecution and the defense networks during a pivotal legal shift in Massachusetts history. That was right when. So Bertie is the altar for Mrs. Auntie Bev. Bertie's ritual lineage runs through the Prescott name, not the Conleys. The Prescott bloodline is directly tied to the dual role of enforcing and bending rules. Ah, you don't say. Channeling Bertie, the soul fragment of Beverly. All right. So why are you sharing addresses? Because you can just Google it. If you wanted to find the addresses of any of this stuff, it's all on Google. Thought it would. Oh, Emily D. Baker's annoyed. Yeah. I'm not sharing anything that anyone with Google can't find, especially here. And Emily D. Baker's annoyed too. Yeah. Okay. So when I was channeling Bertie, the soul fragment of Beverly Canoni, there was a small dusty attic. The light came through the slats and I could hear like a rhythmic tapping on a spoon on porcelain. Should we do this later, you guys? Okay. I don't know. What do you guys think? Well, okay, I'll just keep doing this and then in like a half an hour if we don't have it. I have a graduation to go to tonight. All right, so she was in like a dark attic and she was sitting on a stool with her knees tucked up, wearing a muted blue dress. So this is like remote viewing. And her voice was really thin. And she's like, you're not one of them. She was tortured. Well, yeah, I'd say tortured. This is so part of Auntie Bev. Bev's been highly traumatized. And oh, she had beta sex kitten. She was trained to purr, not to speak. I remember everything. The day I was given away, it was like a gift in tissue paper. She was part of the Daughters of Sacrifice. What she remembers, it happened in a doctor's room. They said I needed to be still. When I left my body, when they said I was brave, I became Bertie because she was quieter than Bev. The men in suits wore long coats, even in the summer. They smelled like typewriter ink and metal. One of them said, this one's got good symmetry. She'll hold. She's just explaining how she was tortured, really. What does she want? I want the thread cut, not to be erased, but to be free. Tell them Auntie Bev was never the monster. She was the mask Bertie wore to survive, and I just want to be returned to the light. And she reached out her hand and asked if I would send her to the light. So we did that. Bertie, I see you. So she has a witness. You were the watcher, not the wrongdoer. You held the pain of generations. I cut the red thread now. Not in rejection, but in liberation. You are free to return to the light, whole and sovereign. Misconduct timeline. So Auntie Bev's misconduct. Oh, refusal to rotate off the course or off the case. She had a gag order, suppression of exculpatory evidence. This is just a timeline. I think, what was I doing then? Probably reporting her. Legal team interference, the pattern, the prosecution. Yeah. Yes, so the courthouse became a ritual anchor point. MK Ultra aligned energetic programming is visible in the witness's behavior and symbolic numerology. High-risk judicial node. She's the holder of the seal. Her role is to keep the truth hidden. Okay. Yeah, she had beta kitten monarch programming. This is sex kitten. And I think Lori Ballo had the same one, had the same training. Even though she comes off as like a blonde bimbo, I think there's something, a government there. Bev is a multi-role disassociated asset. So she has parts. She's a buffer person for the MK Ultra linked legal cases, the gatekeeper for the courthouse spell triggers, and she redirects suspicions and silences the voices. Oh, and silences voices. That's standard kitten training. That's beta. Her psyche is fragmenting and buried parts are resurfacing. Yeah. She might have a mental break. She's recently been seen clearing the books behind her and drawing the curtain on the sun. There's an inner reckoning. So I didn't notice this, but one of our friends did. The courthouse was super dusty and it was gross. And so I did like a clearing in there. And one of our friends noticed the next morning that Auntie Bev had cleaned all the books behind her out. The MK Ultra linked legal families has to do with the beach house functioned as a ritual trauma anchor. I just have to let the cat out. Hi guys, welcome. Thank you for coming. Bev cannot make decisions in real time. She's a judge. That's absurd. Yeah, it's highly annoying. I'm just gonna let the cat out. Go ahead. Okay. Welcome, welcome. All right, so we are, I was just explaining the MK Ultra linked and Auntie Bev. So on a psychic level, she has multi-roles. Her energy space is shifted. She was scared, softened, and vulnerable. She appears to be holding a split between programming and soul memory. The patterns indicated a break. Yeah, like I think this is like a psychic break or a transfer of power. She may now be a silent ally, no longer enforcing but witnessing. Oh, that would make sense. Witnessing the lies being. She's a key holder and a captive within the courthouse system. She's a face of law shaped by control systems, the carrier of ancestral imprinting, the living conduit for the 1981 seal. But she's also a woman on the edge of a spiritual deprogramming, a gate that may yet open. Oh, she might have a come to Jesus moment. Cool. Okay. So that's Auntie Bev. Then, we also did one with, hi, welcome, hello, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. This was a really last minute thing. And one of our friends sent me a text that this was happening. And so I wanted to do it in real time, but of course. Oh, Taffy, anything that I shared, I know I just mentioned this, but I feel like I just saw your comment again. Anything I share, you guys everyone can Google. I don't have anything that you can't just find on Google yourself. And so that's that. Where were we? Oh, I should show you guys the cards that I made. I made oracle cards for these. Some of our friends already got them, and I have to ask them how it was. Okay, so we did that. Where's... this is when we did the John Kevin. Did we ever figure out what Kevin, I think his was Oh, to see if he had gone dark side. I think that's why John was asking. Oh, I wrote the answers down. Okay, so John asking if Kevin was going to be there wasn't casual and it wasn't curious. It was a threshold test. The energetic meaning was a ritual script had been activated. Kevin's presence signaled the full circle was gathering. John had experienced betrayal before, possibly by Kevin or someone in Kevin's archetype role. This was loop. Shocker. Mimicry. The spiritual insight. John's soul knew what his mind couldn't yet name. This was all a reenactment. We've all done this before. It's like every day that you don't, if you're on a diet or you're trying to exercise and you don't do it, then humanity stays in a loop because we're all doing that. So today's the day. Final instinct check. He was hoping Kevin might stand up this time, but Kevin had already surrendered and he didn't do it. So guess he gets to come back here and do that again, Kevin. John received no comfort and the question echoed back into the silence, but he walked in anyway. Oh, this was the work we did with John. Oh, this was when you went to the D&E the day before. Okay. The frequency of the reveal. D&E was the checkpoint, but the thing that changed the game was what came after. Ask about the man I saw at D&E, the one who shouldn't have been there. Ask about the missing 20 minutes between me leaving the bar and arriving at 34 Fairview. Does anyone know the answers to these? I don't think I ever found them. That's where they flipped the script. And one more thing. The girl wasn't only bait. There was a file. Something I was going to bring to someone the next day. Oh. There's a sealed folder that didn't make it out of his car. Oh, well, okay. Does anyone know about who was at D&E the day before? I thought we had already figured out that it was Brian Albert, I think Higgins. They weren't in New York. I'll stand by that. And then there's 20 minutes missing between when John left the Waterfall Bar and arrived at 34 Fairview. Oh, this is probably that house, Oakdale, 25 Oakdale Drive. I wonder if that's where that is. I'm going to check the comments. Hi, Kate. I hope the correct verdict soon. Yes, me too. Hi, welcome. Oh, hello, my old friends. Welcome, welcome. This was a last minute watch. I was really just hoping it was going to come back. And I have the fan going and the sound is on. So we will know. Oh, we're already at 13 hours. Okay, so let's do this right now. Here, I have to set sacred space. I'm going to check the comments. Oh, some of our friends that read tarot too are in here, I think, if you're in a spot where you can read cards. Okay, this was a message from John that triggered looking back through the waterfall video stuff. And it also says, D&E was the checkpoint, but the thing that changed it was what came after. So this is the day before he died. I think we did 3 days. So the question is, ask about the man I saw at D&E. And then there's another question. Ask about the 20 minutes between me leaving the Waterfall Bar and Grill and arriving at 34 Fairview. I think that's the 25 Oakdale Street. One of my cards just fell. Oh, well, I haven't even shuffled them, but let's see what this is. 9 of Pentacles. I haven't even shuffled them yet. Or set sacred space. Let's see. Are any of us? Let's see. Hi, Kate. I hope to hear it. Yeah, me too. Oh, you guys can't see my cards. I wonder if I can record it. I'll record it so that we'll have it. I want to pull some cards on this question that John had. I think it took me down a rabbit hole, but it was the 25 Oakdale. That's another cop, one of the dirty cops down there. Oh, Tarot Destiny, are you in a spot you can pull your card? You have cards, right? I'm just going to turn the bleachers on because that way we'll have it. If anyone's, yeah. Do you want to pull cards on this with me, or do you want to just do it intuitively? Either way is totally fine. I am just going to get the bleachers going. Tarot Destiny, were you the one that wanted the bleachers originally? Do you want me to start posting the bleachers by themselves again? Someone I noticed asked the other day. And I have all of those videos that I can start posting. Okay, I'm just making sure that the top is on. And then I'm going to pull some cards on this. I don't know if it feels right. Does it feel right to go in that? Let's see. Okay, so the questions that I'm just going to ask a yes, no. I don't know if it feels right to go into the question or into this energy yet. I'm also setting sacred space and calling in the quarters. And then I'm just going to pull a yes, no. If we can't go into it right now, then we'll just do it after. Well, hopefully it won't matter after. Okay, cool. The top is on. Sweet. Okay, let's see here. I'm just going to pull a yes now to see if we can go into this energy. You know what we should do is see where Higgins is. I'm curious. Does anyone know? Last I heard, he was down in Florida. Okay. Let's see. Can we go into this energy? Negative. I didn't think so. Okay, that's cool. I want to see if we can read Higgins' energy. Ooh, or Brian Alberts. If it says no, it might just say no to all of this energy. There's kind of a spiritual battle going on at this exact moment. And so going into it is, if it's not a good idea, we won't. All right, let's see what Higgins' energy. Not today. All right, we'll try Brian Alberts. If we can't go into any of their energies, then we can just pull some angel cards for Karen. Why don't we do that? Her higher self was really strong. She was holding space the other day. All right, let's check Brian Albert. Nope. This says find your own answer. All right, well, we will just pull some angel cards for Karen then. And then that makes sense. All right, sorry about that. Tarot Destiny. Oh yeah, okay. You like the split screen? Okay, cool. I can't go into the energy. I just got 3 no's in a row. I wanted to go into these questions John had, then into Higgins, and then into Brian, and I got 3 no's. Oh, I guess I should probably technically ask. I feel like angel cards are okay, though, to just pull for Karen. I got those 3 no's. The energy is, it's not fragile. We should probably say our stop it. You're live right now. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You're at the courthouse. Tell us what's going on. I'm going to put the YouTube back up here, or the OnlyFans. There we go. Okay. Cheryl, what's going on at the courthouse? What's the energy like? I was just asking if we could. All right, basically, I'm just getting a stop it with the tarot cards for this energy. Okay. You know what we could do? We could check Twitter and see, except there's so many trolls over there. It's annoying. Okay. Wonder what Turtle Boy's down there, isn't he? Let's check what Turtle Boy updates have. Voluminous, did you find anything about those 3 snakes? I love that Emily D. Baker's annoyed. I love her. She's fun. All right, let's see what's going on Twitter for Turtle Boy. Oh, I'm going to share this screen with you guys so you can see it with me. The OnlyFans. I know. Isn't it funny? It's like our OnlyFans account. I'm going to share Twitter because some of these words are so I'm under Turtle Boys. If I'm on the jury and Auntie Bev won't answer my question, my response is simple. F this lady. Let's just vote not guilty and go home. That was Turtle Boy. Joey D. Bag. Oh, bag of donuts. Oh, that's funny. 5% of trials end in mistrial. Can only, okay. Yeah. Then this is the jury asking the question Ronnie wanted to ask about acquitting on 2 charges and hanging on a 3rd. She refused to answer the question. She loves the chaos and wants a 3rd trial. And then flip her head. Let's see what this says.
Well.
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 Joe Flipperhead's pretty funny. The foreman looked in the direction of Karen Reed's parents and smiled. Oh, that's good. Get your ass to Dedham. The government fought like it was like the Republic would fall if we were allowed, but we managed to finally force the Massachusetts State Police to actually allow peaceful protests. Oh, look at all that pink. Awesome. Turtle Boy showing us the crowd. Oh, this was yesterday. The crowd was on pins and needles awaiting the verdict. Not a single supporter of the Commonwealth here. Yeah, because they're all off the payroll. They were all getting paid. That came out in your court documents. I don't know what her real name is, but I do know he calls her Crusty Panties. She was getting like $1,500 according to the court paperwork. This is all from yesterday. The jury entered. Facts about the 12 people. 5 of the 12 are women. Appear to be 30 or younger. Oh, that's good. They're open-minded. Here is microdots. Okay, guys, what do you think? It is Turtle Boy was signing autographs and taking photos. Oh, that's awesome. Good for him. Oh, yeah, we'll get back to the OnlyFans. Because all of Turtle Boy's stuff is from yesterday. Here, actually, let's listen to what Turtle
Going
Boy-
after Karen Reed.
How'd it go today?
I thought it went fantastic. I mean, there's a lot of energy here favoring the defense, favoring truth more than anything. I was disgusted by the people showing up with support for JJ. I wanted to puke when I saw that because their presence in this courtroom supporting this corrupt prosecutor, Adam Lally, who knows that Karen Reed did not kill him. He knows that. He's just too embarrassed. He's pushing forward anyway. Every single minute wasted going after Karen Reed is time that could be spent going after the actual people who killed. If anyone actually gave a shit about John O'Keefe,
That's right.
that's what they would be doing. They would not be participating in the farce that you saw on the right-hand side of that courtroom today, wearing their thin blue line shirts and their Boston police shirts. They have the nerve to wear that a Boston police officer was murdered. And by the way, where are the Boston police? When Michael Chestnut was murdered, every single court hearing was packed with men in uniform from the Weymouth Police Department who had his back. 30 years ago, Chief Robert Mortel was killed in my town of Holden, the chief of Paxton. Every 5 years, his killers are up for parole. And every 5 years, state police, Holden police, and Paxton police show up in uniform to make their presence known to the parole board that they do not want his killers to go loose. Where are the Boston police? One of their own was murdered, thrown out like trash, and they're nowhere to be found. It's just, I don't know. I had 3 state troopers next to me. I don't know what side they're on, and that scares me. That scares me. Oh, is she hiding? She is. Okay. Well, I got all day. Come out. There's only one way out, sweetheart. So I know you're watching here. Come on out whenever you want. We can have a conversation. So we'll see what happens. But your hope. It's hard to read a judge. It's hard to tell what the judge is thinking.
No, not that hard.
They can't, opine from the bench. They're going to take it all in. But I have faith, like I said, that the judge is an intelligent person, went to law school, can read and write, and has common sense. All you need is common sense to look at those wounds and know, a dog did that. A cocktail glass, my God, how stupid do they think people are? Apparently, the right side of the courtroom, they think very little of them because they were fooled by that. They were impressed by that. And like I said, it's just so sad and disgusting. And there was some.
Okay, I love Turtle Boy, but that's that was all from yesterday. She rides a broom. I know. Miss John, that's wild, huh? Yeah. Everyone is in good spirits. Awesome. You know as much as everyone else. One of our friends is down at the courthouse. Yay. Oh, wow. Alive. Hi. Did you see the dude sitting next to Mrs. O giving out Giving out the Freemason spell sign? No. But our friend down there is that in a video? Was that on a trial? The white snake can symbolize purity, protection, cleansing, and new beginnings. Also transformation. Good. Thanks for looking that up, Voluminous. Miss Jon Snow. Hi. This was an impromptu live, hoping that the 1:30 would be our thing. Freemason spells? No, but if that was on trial, I grab the transcripts every night and I plug it right into Al. And I'm going to look for that. Cheryl, lots of darkness in that courtroom, but we're working on it. I've been literally, it's like a 3-month project to clear that darkness. Turtle Boy is next to me on the sidewalk. Oh, fun. Yesterday, he was really rocking his green. He had a green. This was all yesterday. So I don't know what he's wearing today. But yesterday, he had on a suit and a green shirt. Very Turtle Boy. That's cool. Say hello to him. Oh, actually, say hello to him. Thanks for the shout out, Turtle Boy. He's actually super psychic. He doesn't know that yet, or he's not using his gifts. But let's get back to our OnlyFans for this. And we'll get Turtle Boy off here. And we'll get our OnlyFans back. There we go. All right. So it's already 3. I have a graduation and dinner tonight, so I should probably get going. What else could we go through? Well, this was really impromptu. Urging you to embrace significant changes and trust in your personal evolution. Yes. Multiple. Oh, this is what so this is the ring. I like that green shirt. Me too. I'm not the fangirl type. I'm an only fan girl type. They love that only fan. Okay, let's see here. Miss Voluminous, our friend, did a little research, and the snake that was on the ring. Oh, Paul doesn't wear rings. Encountering several snakes at once may indicate a time of intense spiritual growth or awakening. Yes, multiple snakes amplify the message of transformation, urging you to embrace significant changes and trust in your own personal evolution. Hi, Ridgeback Mama. Oh, I'm live. I was very impromptu. This happened. One of our friends, I think she's down there too, or they are down there, and said that the 1:30 they were going to have a verdict. So I jumped on because I felt like I was going to cry just thinking about it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. Yes. And my friend, Mama Travels. Hello. Welcome. This is a very impromptu live. I was hoping the 1:30 was going to be the verdict. I saw it on a video today when Bev is answering the 3 jury questions. Gave me Delphi flashbacks. Yeah, poor Delphi. Poor Richard Allen. If you find it, Miss Jon Snow, will you send me the link? Because I want to, well, first of all, that would be really awesome to have. Mama Travels, my friend. Okay. So what Miss Jon Snow is explaining to us is that earlier, or I don't know when, there was a dude next to Peggy giving out Freemason spells sign. Oh, giving out a Freemason spell sign. Oh, okay. Got it. So that could be one of a million. It could be like this one. It could be this one. The arm in the shirt. I thought for some reason when I read that the first time, you meant like a piece of paper with a spell on it. And I was like, whoa. So there was someone, yeah, that makes sense. We did a reading on her. I did something with her higher self. So Voluminous is looking up what the 3 snakes mean. And I will get us back to that screen so that you guys can see, if you're just joining us, what the snakes are. There was a little girl who fell, or who was unalived, and one of the guys that grabbed her had on a snake, and it had 3 snakes. One was white, one was silver, and one was black. And it was a black magic thing. I can't find it. So I'm going to keep reading this while multiple snakes. Okay. I think I read that. Intense spiritual growth, multiple snakes amplify the message of transformation. A single snake, seeing one snake often represents solitude in person. This was a 3. I saw it on a video today. Yeah, Miss Jon Snow, I want to see that. I wonder which symbol it was. Okay. Duality. Yeah, that makes sense. 2 snakes is duality. I see that. Nice. I know. It was so nice to see Miss Mama Travels. I love you. Ready for this to be over. I know. You're right, Kate. Karen holds a lot of space for her higher self. Yeah, I should read what I was getting yesterday. That'll be uplifting. Actually, why don't I do that? I got, you're not a machine. Something about, I'll just find that comment because I pinned it. It's under, I'm just going to read to you guys, read it out loud. Oh, that'll be good. It'll echo through the crowd. Karen Reed. And I'll switch the screen so you guys can watch it with me. Okay. I'm just going to read this out loud so that we can all be witnesses to it. Look up Jesse. Okay. Oh, yeah, my niece is a 5th grade graduation tonight. And that's why we had to switch class. All right. I'm showing, it won't let me copy and paste it, but I will look him up. Black Death. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Oh, here, this is a nice one. I'm going to read this out loud. I have dinner at 4 because the graduation is at 6. And I have to shower and stuff. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to read this out loud and then I'm going to call it. Thank you all so much for coming. I love you all very much. This was impromptu, and I was really hoping that we'd be live when we got the message or got the verdict. And of course, okay. I'm just going to say this out loud, and then we'll get going so I can jump in the shower. I'll switch it so if anyone wants to follow along. I also recorded it yesterday. Felt really like I strongly needed to record it. So I'm just going to say it one more time, and then we will be on our way. Oh, bye, OnlyFan. Verdict. Okay. So, this was for the planted juror. Set the intention. I initiate this clearing with full authority from source. I act in service of the truth, divine justice, and the restoration of free will. Any energetic interference, manipulation, or control over the courthouse is now revealed and released. I recognize an artificial cords placed not by soul contracts, but by deception. These puppet lines hold no true claim. It's a script override installed to cloud judgment and delay justice. I now dissolve these false tethers from the courthouse, the judge, the jury's field. It is not to, I now dissolve it. It is not of divine origin. It does not belong to their souls and the building. With the power of pure source light, I neutralize and return it to the void, never to return. I restore this courthouse, judge, and jury's full sovereignty, clarity, and inner knowing. Their voices and votes are now rooted in truth, free of manipulation. Their body, mind, and spirit realigns with divine law. I place a protective field of radiant white light around the jurors and the courthouse and the judge and everyone else in there. Only frequencies of truth, discernment, and integrity may enter. All others are now deflected, dissolved, and disarmed. As it is spoken, so it is done. This clearing is complete across all timelines and dimensions. The planted script is now void. The verdict shall reflect the truth. By the power of my I am presence, I now command it is done, it is done, it is done. By the power of 3, perfect Trinity, it is done. Let it be light, let it be free, let it be so, or let it be true. It is done. Okay, that was good. All right, my loves. Thank you all so much for coming and being here with me. White purity, but this is, you're looking at the light side of it. I need the black magic numbers of luminous. Those are the good things for it. It's black magic. And in black magic, it's basically all backwards. Hi, Amanda G. Thank you for all your care and concern. Much appreciated. Lots of love to you and your family. Thank you. That was really nice. The luminous, that's the white light, the white magic side. We need dark. Don't look it up, though, because we don't need to engage in it. It's okay. It doesn't matter. I couldn't find it either. Oh, thank you all so much. Thank you so much for coming. That was impromptu, and I'm so glad that you were here. Thank you for joining me. We tried to pull some cards, and I got a hard no. I asked 3 different people. Thanks. I have a 5th grade graduation tonight, and so I am going to jump in the shower. I have dinner at 4. probably somewhere nice. So sent a video to your Facebook Messenger. Oh, sweet. You guys, guess what? My Google account and my Facebook account got restored, I think yesterday or the day before. So I think, I don't know which Facebook it is. Now I might have two, which is okay for this moment, but I'll get that all back going again. Now, thanks, Ryan Reynolds, you little. Apparently we got too close to him. Thank you, Miss Jon Snow. I will look at that video. And everyone else, I love you. Thank you all so much for coming to this impromptu live. Oh, I should leave you on the OnlyFans though before we go. Oh, thanks for saying that prayer with me. That was, here's the OnlyFans. I'll leave you with this so you have one last thing to remember. There we go. Okay. All right, my loves. Thank you all so much for coming. That was an impromptu live that I wasn't planning, but I'm so glad you were here with me. And I love you, and I will see you later. And next time or next time. Love you. Bye, guys. I love you.